Hello, friends, and welcome back. Today I'm going to share with you a card that I made for the Not Too Shabby Shop featuring the stamp set by Not Too Shabby Shop, and it's called Let's Do Coffee. And I'm going to make a slimline card with this, and for the slimline part, I'm going to be using this slimline die, scallop die, and it's by LDRS, also available at the Not Too Shabby Shop. And I'm going to create like this really long coffee bar scene with my little barista in the middle. It's going to be super cute. So first thing I have to do is cut out my base. So I'm just going to be using the stitched rectangle part of the die, and that's going to create three different panels with that. So the first one is just my background piece, the second one will be my wallpaper piece, and the third one will be it's kind of like a wood paneling piece because I'm doing like that paneling that comes halfway up the wall. So on my very back piece, I also used some Distress Oxide ink, and I created some fluffy clouds back there because if you look up there, that window die will cut out these windows, working windows, super cute. So I wanted to be able to see the clouds through the backside of those windows. So to start off, we're going to create our paneling, and I'm just going to use my scoreboard and my score tool, and I'm literally just a quarter of an inch all the way down. And that's all you do, and that just creates just that little bit of interest in the wood in the background. And then after I did all of that work and put the whole card together, as I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm looking at the card, and you can't even see the paneling, so it was kind of a waste of time, but it's okay. I showed you how to make paneling if you ever want to use it for another card. So now I'm just going to line up where I want my windows to go. On either side of the windows, I have some goodies that I've already cut and colored. And this particular stamp set comes with a lot of extra little pieces to kind of bring your scene together, including some coffee signs that are going to go on either side of those windows. So I'm just going to go cut these out, and then here it is. So you can see there through the windows that little fluffy clouds in the background. So now I'm going to place my two panels together. And then this whole thing, when it's all done, just sits on top of that card that I said was 3.5 by 8.5 would be your card base size. And that'll give you just a teensy bit of an edge all the way around. So now I'm going to glue in my windows. So for all the little images, I ended up cutting out 3 of the bar right there. And then I only cut out 1 espresso machine, but 2 signs, and then I put different things in each sign. So you can see, like, I don't know how well you can see it, but if you look at the sign on the stamp set, there's an empty space in the middle for you to put whatever you want. So you can put a cupcake in there or a cup of coffee or whatever it is that you want to put in there. So I made a couple of signs. I think I want to say I cut and colored way more cups and desserts than I needed to, but I always like to have more rather than, after I'm already halfway done with my card, I realize I don't have enough. So there are a couple of extras that I did, but they're very tiny, very easy to do. And how I did my images this time was I kind of was on Zig Clean Color Real Brush Marker Kick for a little bit. So I colored all of those in with the watercolor from that, and I want to say I embossed. I'm pretty sure that I embossed with black ink and clear embossing powder, because I usually always do that whenever I am using the watercolor brushes because I make a mess. So now I'm going to place my sentiment right in the middle of the one that's going to go, it's going to be popped up kind of in the front, and then the other 2 will be flat against the back. So I need to put my barista girl, attach her there, and then I'm going to also pop her up. So she'll go right in the middle of those 2 windows, and then the rest of my pieces are going to go flat against the background behind it, just like that. So I'll go ahead and place all those down, and then it's just kind of a matter of going through and placing all of the little extra images wherever they need to go. So I'm gonna actually speed up that part of the video because it took a while to, and they're so tiny that I had to pull out my best friend, which are my reverse tweezers. And the reverse tweezers I just picked up at Joann's. They actually have them because they have all that sewing stuff, and it's in the sewing section. So if anybody's ever looking for them and they're looking for them in the paper crafting, try in the sewing section because that's where I found mine. So now I've got both of my signs. See, one of them has the coffee mug and the other one has a cupcake. And now I'm going to just start placing things down. So some of them I'm going to put flat against the back because they're on those 2 back bar pieces. I guess that's what you call it. And then the stuff that's like even with her in the front is going to be popped up. And then I'm also going to decorate the two plaques on either side of the Let's Do Coffee, just so that there's stuff pretty much everywhere. But see, I had to pull out my reverse tweezers because he's so tiny. They're tiny, but they have quite a bit of detail to them, so they look amazing. I colored a lot of cupcakes. Can you tell I was really feeling the cupcakes. And then I used the kind of the color palette that I chose was just like a real kind of a pretty pinks and purples and greens and teals. It was just like a real pretty soft color palette. I didn't want to go too crazy. The only thing that I wish I had done a little bit better, so I got a little heavy-handed with her skin color because I forgot what colors I used for skin and I put a color on there that was a little too dark. But that's okay. She just has a really good tan. She must be in California. So I'm just going to kind of finish placing the last of my little pieces down. You know, there's just so much stuff in here. It is just so stinking adorable. I love it when you make scene cards like this because it's just like there's so much to look at. It's just they're really fun. So that is it, all done. I just have to place it on my card base, which I did here. And now I'm just going to give you another quick look. Here's the stamp set and the die set, which like I said are available at the Not Too Shabby Shop. And here's a close up. On the inside, I used one of those extra little drinks that I had in there and I put a happy birthday, and that will complete my card. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. There's a coupon code in the description below for you for the Not Too Shabby Shop, and I will see you again real soon with another video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.